Hello, I'm Annabelle, and I'd like to welcome you to Annabelle's of Orange Park. At this time of year, we reinvent, transform the shop into a whole new look of happiness and joy, where we set up this year some 26 trees for you to view and get ideas from. And that's what this is going to be today, an opportunity for me to show you some new and exciting ideas that you can use in your home as you transform it into a holiday fairyland. Now, whether your look is gingerbread, maybe you like the snowmen. How about a dog and cat tree for our pets to honor them? Maybe it's just gold and silver or all white. But we've got all those looks, and this year the new fashion statement is going to be aqua and silver. So there's a look you're going to enjoy, and of course there's always the lodge. Gentleman's quarters, which is a look that is so wonderfully masculine with cardinals and poinsettias and all. And then we'll even go on into the coastal look. So there's so much for you to see. So come with me right now as we venture through the shop. Because gingerbread, candy canes, cupcakes, all of that are so wonderful at the holiday time, I'm going to show you our look at the gingerbread tree here. Here I've used a candy cane top hat on this, and I've allowed candy canes and brightly colored red balls and ribbons to come on out of the top of this tree. And the ho-ho signs just couldn't be any better, the red and green in that. And as I'm going through this tree and showing you our little chefs, our little doughboys, on this tree we have created so many cute themes. And you know, it's not a youngster tree by any stretch of the imagination. It's the youngster in all of us that comes out though at Christmas time. So I have the little biplanes on here. I have a stack of pancakes. I've even done, here's my cookie sheet with my little gingerbread people on it. So this tree, when I started it, of course I started with my topper, and I cocked that top hat a little bit off using some holly up there and great sprigs of greenery. And as I said, they've got the candy canes on them as well as the red balls. So now my tree is starting to come on down, and I'm going to start, I'm going to start putting my big ornaments on, like this beautiful ball. This is a 4-inch ball. We do 4, 5, 6-inch balls now. They're bigger, they're better, and it makes your little pieces just jump that much more. So as you're coming through the tree and seeing the lollipops and the little gingerbread people, there's no ending to how much fun you can have with this. Now, a look that I would also suggest that you might do, go into your kitchen, put out an old rolling pin, and maybe run a garland of gingerbread cookies all the way across that rolling pin. Bring out your doilies, bring out the paper doilies, put them on a plate. And even if it's not a real cupcake, it could be just the one that will make you think you need to bake some. So as we venture through too, we're going to see all kinds of nutcrackers. And the nutcrackers and gingerbread people can be stocking holders. They can certainly decorate and adorn your kitchen and throughout your house. So this is just a good introduction to what the rest of the house is going to be. For those of you who love snowmen, and I know there are many of you out there who do, let me show you this particular tree. I love it. And look what you can do. Look at that snowman head topper. He's got his top hat and everything. And I just went ahead and clipped that cardinal right on the brim of his hat, so that it would start another theme for me as I'm working my tree down, because I'm going to use cardinals all the way through this tree. Because I so often, when I think of the movies around Christmas and I think of snowmen, they're always cardinals, it seems like, in the movies. So then I went ahead and put the red bell in here. Look at what this topper can do. I didn't have to do a whole lot. They just lie down. And so it creates a look for you that, oh my gosh, it really is snowing on this tree. And of course we have snowman ornaments on here, but I think aside from the cardinal and the snowman, of course, and Santa's face, look at the snowball. Isn't that wonderful? It couldn't be more ideal for a tree of this type than to have the little snowballs all the way through it. And they can just be stuck on the branches. They don't all have to hang on a hook, but they can just be stuck into the branches, and they'll hold their place there. Now, the other thing that's fun about this tree. This is something new this year, the cluster lights. And the cluster lights, let me show you this little 6.5 foot tree. This is how it comes right here, 6.5 feet. We have 300 lights that come on the tree. Now, when you first look at that tree and you set it up, and if you hadn't known of anything else, this is going to be a lot of lights. However, when I add 1,300 lights to this tree, it's one string, 44 feet long, and I just run it on the branches. I'm not taking the original light that is 5 inches apart or 6 inches apart when you hit a light, and you have to just wrap them on the branches. This is so simple. I just took the lights and I actually started at the bottom of the tree, and I laid them on the branches and sort of serpentined them in and out of the branches so that when it was all done, I have this beautiful new look. And the fact that I'm using colored lights, isn't that exciting? We're back to colored lights instead of everything always having to be a white light on the tree. I know so many of us, in talking to my customers and all, they'll say, but it seems so much brighter. But isn't this warm and cozy? Because you've already got your white lights on the tree. These now are placed in front and around, and the white light actually brings the colored lights out. Now, these lights are LED. They're very teeny tiny, and you can't even see where I put the lights on the tree. They just blend in so easily, and as I said, it's an easy job. When you're doing this. You just lay them on. Now, the one thing that I would tell you to do when you're running lights, whether it's this light or the traditional 5-inch apart white light, you want to make sure it's plugged in. You want to take that light and run it across your right shoulder so the string hangs and you're not tripping on it and walking on it, but the lights are behind you. And then with the clusters, I start at the bottom. With the 5-inch light apart, I start at the top. And at that, I do take my tree and divide it into a pyramid, so the lights will run within that pyramid. You don't run your lights around the tree, but rather you run them back and forth within that imaginary line. This way, if the lights should go out, you're in a specific area. You're not having to go all the way around the tree and losing all your lights, and it's easier to replace and repair. But think about the cluster lights. It's a new idea, and I think you're going to enjoy how much you can do. And there are also 8 functions to this. So as you see, there's a soft blinking that I'm doing on this tree, but I can make them flash. I can make them come on a very slow on and off, or just the standard, let them just be bright all the time. Let me show you that. There they are. And there's an eye in here that I'm aiming at, and that's what controls which function I'm going to use on the tree. So all kinds of options. Isn't that fun? So now we're bringing color and the old traditional Christmas back into our home. It's just a fun look. So enjoy.